It was, I think, the biggest game of the season so far.
Yeah. He needed to get through.
He did need,
he needs it.
You got through in style.
But the game was over. 30 minutes done.
Yeah, yeah. Arsenal looked great. It pains me to say it.
Do you know what? They look great. And what's funny though is that even though they were so comfortable in the first half an hour, you can't help obviously being an Arsenal fan thinking, boy, if we concede one. Oh, do you know what I mean?
They were in trouble,
you think, I don't know, but no, they were brilliant. They blew them away.
They did, they totally, and I commend you for that, or not you, but them. Lacazette was captain. That was quite powerful right at the beginning, just before the whistle went as well. Better captain than AUBAMEYANG, do you think Arsenal fans?
Do you know what?
I would feel, as an Arsenal fan, I know this sounds bonkers, but maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. I could relate a bit more to Lacazette than I could AUBAMEYANG. I
agree. I think he's more... Listen... If they're both on top form, we know that AUBAMEYANG is better than Lacazette. Maybe not all-round game, by the way, because Lacazette's very good with his back to goal, and he obviously the goals he scored yesterday, obviously the pen and the next finish were very, very good. But I think for me, certainly as a leader, I think you can look up to Lacazette a lot more than you can AUBAMEYANG. Because AUBAMEYANG's a very good captain when things are going really well, he's playing really well, the ball's going in the back of the net, and he kind of leads by example, like, do you know what I mean? Because he's the best player. You look at the run that they had at the back end of last season with the semi-final, the final. He was brilliant. So people are like, yeah, what a captain he is. But when times are tough, I think he's been found wanting. And at times, as I've said, when he's playing in the Arsenal team, but he's not playing as well as he should be, it's like Arsenal playing with 10 men. And I think they look unbalanced at times. I think Ray Parlour might have even said it, that when AUBAMEYANG's in the team, they do look unbalanced. When you've got Lacazette, a focal point, who can hold the ball up, he can bring others into play, and you've got that kind of young youthfulness around him in Saka, Smith-Rowe, even Pepe was brilliant last night, just all moving around him, interchanging. Arsenal look a lot more fluid, and I said a lot more balanced playing that way. So I don't think it's been a big miss him not playing. Obviously, we wish him all the best to come back. Of course. You want him to come back as soon as possible and healthily. But in terms of on the pitch, I think Arsenal at times have looked, and last night was a prime example of that, have looked a lot better without him.
They've got to sort out Lacazette. He's got a year left on his contract, and Arsenal, if there's ever a club that
will mess it up, it'll be them.
It's them. I still don't know how they let any player get down to 18 months, let alone 12.
But it's happened before. You look at the Van Persie situation.
Look at the loads. The list is endless.
Van Persie was the worst one because we let him walk away for free to a rival.
No, I think we paid.
Okay, well, it was next to nothing when he went for
20-something million
for someone of that quality. Yeah, just let him go out the door. So, I mean, the Lacazette one, I would like to see him stay. But I guess,
of course, but you've got to sort that out now.
But again, it's a ransom. What do we do? Do we then overpay a player like AUBAMEYANG at the minute? It looks like a situation where you don't want it to happen, but it could be an all over again, where you give a player loads of money, and then when it starts to go wrong, you can't quite get the best back out of him.
Let me ask you some questions, because I want to put it out to Arsenal fans as well. Firstly, do you think that performance will get some Arsenal fans off Arteta's back?
A little bit, but listen, I think a lot of Arsenal fans are in the same boat. If he wins the Europa League, he's got to win it. He can't not win it and finish 10th, because that there is...
If he doesn't win it and finishes 10th, do you question whether or not he's the right man?
A little bit. I mean, I'd still stick with him, because I don't want Arsenal to be a club where it works for someone like a Chelsea that can sack managers for fun and still be as successful as they are. Yeah. I would like to see him be given time. But if they were to sack him, I wouldn't be surprised because of Arsenal finishing 10th. That's just not good enough.
That's not good enough. Okay. Are Arsenal a cup team now?
At the last couple of seasons, you'd have to, because they've been well off winning the league. So you'd have to say they have turned into a cup team.
Do you think Arsenal fans know that?
Yeah. I think they're realistic.
I don't know if they do. I think Arsenal fans still think they should be with the big boys.
I don't think you'll find a realistic Arsenal fan that would say that most seasons, probably the last 5-6 years, maybe not in 5-6 years, but certainly the last couple, that they're competing with Manchester City, Liverpool, United for Premier League titles. No way.